4:12 p.m., just a couple minutes past when I said I was going to start our broadcast, which is the new series, Positively Successful Women in Business. And I'm super excited actually to make a mistake tonight, which was putting the wrong feed, because this is my first time. But the reason I'm excited is now I got that error over and I'm done with that. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And it shows that I'm like a real person and that anybody could be doing this Facebook Live stuff to promote your business. I'm very excited because our first is Yehudit Steinberg. And the thing about Yehudit is she's my go-to person. She's the gal who I get all my awesome information from. And to share with you how not to make the same kind of mistakes I make and how you can get a lot of help to use Facebook Live to generate leads and sales if you're, a little bit afraid to be going on Facebook Live. So let me read her bio for you first, because you are just going to be blown away by the level of smartness that my friend Yehudit has and some great tips that she's going to have for you tonight. So Yehudit, she's here on the screen. You'll see her next to me. She is the owner of Think, Grow, Love Media, where she is a live stream producer, host, and instructor. She's been walking me through this all weekend. She's based in San Francisco, California. She's dedicated to helping female coaches, freelancers, and creatives to gain the technical skills and confidence that are necessary to be on camera like this and podcast, so you can increase your brand authority and business in this huge, massive online environment. Yehudit's mission is to grow a global network of female entrepreneurs, broadcasters producing weekly shows on their passionate topics, whether it be for business, nonprofit, or for fun, the best way. She's really passionate about creating a culture of learning, creativity, relationships, experimentation like this, and love. She's produced and hosted several local community radio shows. She creates a podcast last year, Think, Grow, Love, which you can find on iTunes, like right now. She started using Periscope in 2015, and last year she began teaching Facebook Live. Before any of us even knew what Facebook Live was, she was teaching it. Yehudit's background is based in the principles of adult education and instructional design, with Malcolm Knowles, the grandfather of adult learning and self-directed learning, on her thesis committee, because she's got a master's degree. That's how awesome she is in adult learning from North Carolina State University. Malcolm Knowles' theories are uniquely adaptable to the concepts of e-learning like this, and continue to be used today in the creation of online course development. So after many, many years of designing and administrating live continuing education curriculum, 3 years ago, she upgraded her skills and joined the online world of developing and marketing online content and courses. And she is here today to help fill your beautiful brains with some great information and also tell you how to get more resources too. And I want to say hello, welcome to Stephanie, who's signed on, who's my super friend too. So Yehudit, that was a really awesome introduction. You're such a superstar rock star.
Yeah. Oh, well, Jennifer, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here and to be the first one, the guinea pig of the whole series. Yay. And, so I'm really excited. And what I want to tell you is that by the end of 30 days, of all these expert interviews that you're going to be doing, your skills in Facebook Live are going to be at a whole other level. And
so I won't screw up like I did today and schedule the wrong time.
Well, you know what? We all screw up. I think the thing about Facebook Live and live broadcasting is that it is really a new form of communication. So if we take away the idea that as educators or coaches or whatever our business owners, that we're going to be creating a TV show like, the nightly news or whatever, we have enough of that. What this is about is a whole new way of communicating, and it really is a game changer. It's a game changer for a number of reasons, but when you mentioned instruction and teaching and promoting as coaches and offering our gifts to the world, it's just a whole new way that we're going to be communicating. So I really suggest to people that they get on board early in the game and, kind of suck it up and get over the fears because 5 years from now, this is how we're going to be communicating. And if you want to be putting courses, if you want to have programs, you won't just be able to put a post up anymore. People want to know you. And the other day, I was telling somebody this, but my teacher, Kim Luna, in online marketing, mm-hmm. She said that if they don't have a video or a live video, she's not going to buy their program. And I really believe that is where we're going, because this is very authentic. I show up here, I'm in my office. I'm not perfect. I'm perfect in my imperfections.
Right.
And, I'm not, it's not about being a celebrity. It's about being who we are and being authentic and showing up and meeting new people. And we have, now online, we have social teas where people get together and get to know each other through the video, whether they're in Australia or wherever they are in the world. So I'm just encourage everybody to give it a consideration, because right. That's where we're going in the online world.
Yeah, it's so crazy and it's so true too. I was meeting with some really big executive marketers today, and we were talking about a new program that they have put together. And they were actually, I guess it was a stamp of approval to have me do some training for them. So they're asking me what I do, and I was telling them about, I kind of do a lot of different things, but some things I just dive right into and I do. I decided last Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day we talked, Yehudit, that I was going to have a Facebook Live today starting Tuesday. And I'm having a Facebook Live today starting Tuesday. Was it perfect? No, just like you said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's real. And what that says is that everybody could do it. Anybody could do it. However, there are probably some good tips and strategies you have for people doing it effectively and doing it where people will really want to watch what they have to offer and really provide value and tips, so it can also relate to your business. What kind of tips do you have for our audience that you might want to share?
Okay. So one of the things that I want to say is that start simple. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, you may look at somebody else's broadcast and see that they're screen sharing and that they have their live is branded and have all these bells and whistles. You can get there, but you don't need to start there. And you don't even need to go there. So with Facebook desktop, it's made it really pretty simple to be able to go live from your desktop without any bells and whistles at all. Just Facebook Live, Facebook Live. And the beauty of that platform is that you can see the comments on the side. Mm-hmm. And so it's much easier than some of the other software applications that we'll be using and I'm teaching that we would use like in the classroom, like you mentioned, screen sharing. So it depends on really what you have to think about what it is that you want to be talking about and the message that you want to put out. And so there are a couple of different ways in which programming can be put together. So one way would be a Q&A. Mm-hmm. And I do that every Wednesday at 5 p.m. and it's called the Facebook Live Urgent Care Clinic. And you come with all your...
I love that.
Because, And you come and I answer your questions, and I also have tips each week, 2 or 3 tips. But the way I came up with the name for that, the urgent care clinic, and I say the doctors in the house, is that there were a number of people in online communities that kept calling me over into their communities and goes, oh my God, how do we do this? Oh, can I do that? Where do I go get this? And then somebody else said, oh my God, I've been trying to figure this out all day. So I thought, okay.
Well, that sounds like me. I remember talking to you and I said, well, how do I get this thing going? You said, oh, it's super easy. You just go there and push the buttons. And I'm like, what buttons? And so then I decided this morning, and you said to me, have you went and practiced it and checked it out yet? I'm like, no, I've been busy all weekend, but I'll have it figured out by 4 o'clock this afternoon. And literally it was so easy. I really did start pushing buttons and got set up for a live broadcast on Facebook, which is, millions and millions of people. That's so exciting.
Well, so what I'm getting ready to launch in the next couple days is a program. It's a mini course, Facebook Live desktop, and in that mini course, I go over. There's 3 programs that I go over and show you how to use, and one is Facebook Live. The native, they call it Facebook native, Live native. It's right there on your computer. You open it up and show you how to do that. The second one is what we're on here right now, BeLive.tv, which is an amazing program. And it has a Q&A section that I use on Wednesday. And this is their face-to-face interview to people. And then they gave me access to their beta program that is panels. So I'm going to be teaching that before it's actually, it should be released to the public pretty soon. But what this does is it's called Talk Show. So that's a lead up to another course that I'm going to have called Create Your Own Talk Show. So the reason I've chosen these different software, because I've looked at a lot of different ones, but they're fairly easy to learn. And like BeLive, look, you just jumped on, 2 clicks, got here. Yeah, you made a little this or a little that, but it was no big deal. And you look great. And we're here. We're side by side. We look pretty even. I'm turning my head to look over at what we look like because I can't see it.
It's over here on my. Well, actually, now I go like that. It's over here on my screen, and all these other little doodads, like the comment buttons, where I can see people who are talking with us. So we've got Stephanie and Dawn. Stephanie in Sacramento. Dawn in Portland. Jennifer is in Antioch, California. Stephanie's in Roseville, California. All these people from, different parts of different parts of the West Coast, although, I have no doubt that we'll probably have some people joining us from around the country later, and we can chat with them and chat with each other. And it's just so amazing to me.
So let's say the comment Luana Parker has, wow, I love this. Okay, look at your screen and I'm going to show you something. See the comment and it says show?
Yep.
Click show.
Okay, so here we go. Learn as you go. I love this.
There you go. So,
there, Luana, you got a little airtime. Fantastic.
So you
have to have a good picture in here too, like, no weirdo pictures or else we can't show you. But look how beautiful this is. That's so cool.
So if you go back to where you click show and you click, then she'll go off the screen.
Okay, so I'll do that real quick. And then let's just give a little love to some of these other ladies here. So we've got Stephanie here. Look at that. Stephanie's joined us she's in Roseville. Now, ladies, I also want to mention, if you have any questions, please type them in the comments, because here you have the person who's doing beta testing for stuff like BeLive. Other normal people like me don't get the stuff. She's the master. She's my go-to person. So questions. She'll be happy to answer. And here's Dawn from Portland. Hey, Dawn.
Hey, Dawn.
We've got Jennifer here. Jennifer's going to, actually, I should say Jennifer and Stephanie that I showed earlier are both going to be interviewed on this program. I think Stephanie's Thursday and Jennifer's next week. And then we have my other Stephanie here. I have two Stephanies in my life that are close, and then we showed Luana. That's so cool. I love this little feature where you can also like add, let me hide this one. You guys can't see this stuff, but it's right here, right next to my screen. You can also add, like I've got Yehudit, I can add her name.
Yep.
Superstar here that she is. And see, we've got that on the screen. It's just so cool. It's like having, I spent 20 years in advertising for television stations, and it costs a lot of money to produce TV shows. And here we are on Facebook Live doing it for free. And it looks great.
I remember years ago, I had a program and it was meditation and it had slide pictures, and we wanted to do like a video of it and have like before the, how you can sit back and watch TV and see like beautiful scenes and stuff like that. We were going to do the slide dissolve show, and I would lead my meditation, and I was teaching classes like that. We went to a broadcasting, not a studio, kind of a middle house. I don't have the right name for that right now. It escapes me. Anyway, to check out how much it would cost to have that produced. And they said a minimum of $300,000, folks.
Wow.
And now we're doing it basically for free.
I can tell you, when we produce a 30-minute show at TV stations, it costs $30,000 to produce a 30-minute show. And we're doing it, I will say, I do have a computer. So you got to purchase a computer for this, but not for all Facebook Live. I mean, I didn't start my Facebook Live on my desktops because it didn't start there. Right. Start it right there. I have paid like $10 for a nice light, because lighting is important, so I don't look like I'm in the dark. So I paid $10 for that. I have a professional microphone, but I'm not even using it because the quality of my computer is just fine.
Yeah, so there are some upgrades, and so you have to determine whether you're going to be a sometimes user, and you're going to incorporate it into your business. And here's the thing. Is that what I tell people is that if you commit to 10 to 15 minutes a week, once a week, show up at the same time.
Excellent.
Name it. And what are you going to talk about? You're going to talk about whatever you're selling or that you're promoting or that is your, if politics is your thing, then maybe you're going to show up like Robert Reich and sit there and have but he also has his nonprofit that he puts behind that. But what I'm saying is that if you commit to that, and it's not that difficult, and that's what I'm teaching people to do, then within a very short period of time, you are going to get the attention of your group. You're going to start growing your authority. You're going to start growing your list. And then there are other methods that we can give it a little bit of juice. And that's the promotion and the repurpose. And they end to be about 30 minutes, but I get about 14 little videos out of each show. And then I use that for my social media, 1 minute videos that are little things. And then they go out on Instagram and Twitter and on my blog and different places. So imagine the amount of content that you are creating at the same time that you are putting together 10 to 15 minutes. Yes, wow. It takes a little time, but so I'm releasing a guide that I wrote, and I actually printed it out today. It's going to be bound tomorrow because I realized that it's a digital guide, but you know what? Unless it's in physical form, it didn't feel like I actually accomplished anything. So it's
Oh
the
my
Facebook
gosh, I love
Live
it.
guide, and it's amazing. It's
And how can people get that guide?
well, that link I gave you, if you post that, and then if you post, is it still there? There it is. What that will do is it will take you directly to a post on my page that says message me, and then send me a message and tell me you want to get a copy of the free guide.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to post it up here so everyone can see. Oh, look at how fancy schmancy is that. And then I'll also post it in the comments. And whenever, after the live broadcast, I'll post it there too, because I want to make
sure that they can get that direct link. And
people can get the information that they need. Oh, because you don't see it fully on the screen. So we can just hit hide here and I'll put it. You'll also have it in the link later as well. So one thing I want to ask you before we start to wrap up is I want you said that you had a little bit of fear before, and I hear this from people all the time. I have a little bit of fear about doing Facebook Live, and I've heard different reasons. I'm going to screw it up, which, take it from me, you're going to screw it up, and who cares?
Right,
it's not a big deal. That's the thing about being authentic. People want to know that they can do it. 2, I don't know what to say. And 3, I don't like how I look on video. What would you say to any of those things?
Here's what I would say is that the message that you have is a gift. And if you can get what happened for me was I shifted my mindset, my thought process. So at first I was like, oh my God, what am I going to look like? What if I mess up? What if they don't think I know anything? I'm not young anymore. I have too much weight, all those things that are whatever, and that could stop you from doing it. And I had another coach and she was like, do it scared. So I came up with the do it scared 7-step plan. Now, what I found is that it's just, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it, because you want to be comfortable with the tools that you're using, the microphone and the video and all of that may be new for you, and you want to become comfortable with just going live. So those are the things in the class that I go over, and then we have practice sessions. So it's really easy. Then you can go live in the group, and we go live together, and you can get kind of used to it. That's one thing. And then there's another tip where you can go live in private mode, and I did about 50 of those before, during the first
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'll give you this little super tip, and then I have in my materials, I'll have the way that you get there. But,
awesome.
Because, like you said, if I tell you to hit a button and that a button, you're not going to tactily remember that when you go there. But anyway, if you go to your personal profile, which is the page, not your business page, not a group.
When you click on your name, right?
Where your name is there, and it tells how many friends you have, not likes. On that page, and you put a post, you create a post, and you click live video, and then there's a little button. They made a little change. So there's a little button that is your privacy settings, and you'll see it at the bottom of the post, maybe, because they change it every day. So you click on that, and it gives you this option of only me, of going live, only me. It's the only place, because, on
Facebook, then you can practice.
Then you can practice. Now, what you have to remember to do is when you're finished your practice is change settings back, because you may wonder why nobody is making any comments or liking for a week, because you changed the settings to only you, and you've been talking to yourself for the week. But that's how you do that. And you just to do it. It really takes, you want to talk, that's why it's important to talk about something that you're really passionate about and that you really believe in, and offer quality. And the other thing is, when I was on the radio, and the same thing here, now I have Jennifer, so I'm talking to Jennifer. I love doing interviews because either I'm interviewing somebody or somebody's interviewing me. Then we have a dialogue going. When you're by yourself, it's a little bit, different, because it's like crickets out there. You don't know if anybody's really there until you start seeing comments. And the first couple of times you might not get people to come. So it really changed when I was like, I have a mission. This is a mission, and I want to get it out there. And so that really is how you shift that that fear, because it's important for your business. Like Amy Porterfield, she has an amazing podcast, and she's afraid of the camera. And she did a whole thing with Kim Garst, a whole show, which y'all should listen to. But Amy said, I tried it. I know I have to do it for my business. I do it for my business now, and I'm still a little uncomfortable. But for me, something happened after a few times, and it was like, gosh, you opened up Pandora's box, and she doesn't want to shut up.
That's so fantastic. Well, Yehudit, I want to thank you so much for being my first guest, and somebody who has so much value to bring your peeps and my peeps and the world's peeps. And I want to make sure that everybody on this broadcast, and even if you're not on this broadcast, if you're watching it later, make sure you go and click the link that I put in the comments, and I'll put it back in the comments again, because I want you to get some information from Yehudit and connect with her. Always people are asking me for tips, and if I can't answer your questions, the person I go to is this lady right here. She is fantastic. Much knowledge and information to offer you, and she also has a huge heart, so she'll make sure that you get tons of value out of your time with her. I want to thank you. Also want to wish Luana Parker, who I'm going to put up her picture here, a happy birthday. Today is Luana Parker's 70th birthday, and you would not know it. I'm shocked. I know Luana. I just saw her this weekend at a conference, and she looked having her 50th birthday, not her 70th birthday, and she has the energy of a 20-year-old. So happy birthday, Luana. We love you, and we're so glad you made it to our broadcast tonight. And actually, this is a series I'm having for the month of April, Positively Successful Women in Business series, where I want to provide experts to give you tips and valuable information. It's information that you can really take right away and you can use and incorporate in your business. And also I want to give you the connections to be able to meet with some of these people and connect with them so that you can continue to get great value from my guests here. I am so blessed and lucky to have just a world full of super smart people to give you some great information and great advice on how to do things new, how to do things differently, and how to up-level your business. Tomorrow, our guest is going to be our friend, my friend and Yehudit's friend, Heather Christensen. And Heather she has 20 years of experience working in accounting and finance. Now, when I say those things as a sales and marketing person, the first thing I think is, oh my gosh, that just does not sound like something I want to show up for. But when I say what's next, I say, oh, I better be dialed in and get that, because this is some super valuable information. So she has worked for all sizes of entrepreneurs, from solopreneurs up to $35 million companies. She's had those kind of big contracts. Her expertise is having first worked for a firm who was all over the country and provided a wealth of exposure from all kinds of different industries. She's worked with clients from medical, dental, construction, business and life coaching, retail, wholesale, sales. I mean, pretty much all over, every industry, every kind of business. And what she's going to talk about tomorrow is she's an expert at QuickBooks, and she's also going to give you the top 5 apps to help you automate your financial life. Now, that's what I want to do. I just got through doing my taxes, Yehudit, and going through all those receipts, and I would love your way to do this, right? And then she's also going to talk to you about the most frequently asked question that she gets from entrepreneurs. But I'm going to save that as a secret for her to be able to answer that to you tomorrow. I will be putting the proper Facebook Live post with help from Yehudit onto for our time tomorrow. That'll be on my Facebook Live pretty soon following this interview. And then Yehudit, after we're done with this interview, I'll be able to post it, and will I be able to download my video and post it on YouTube so we can have your great information forever?
Yes.
Awesome. See, this was so amazing. So I want to thank you all for being here, especially Yehudit, and then Carrie, Stephanie, Luana, Dawn, and Jennifer, all for being with us live today. We really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. That's a wrap. Have an awesome day.